Our story begins on a bustling street in Morocco, where the narrator unexpectedly spots two tourists sitting at a café, deep in conversation. Driven by curiosity and a sense of adventure, he approaches them, hoping to strike up a conversation. The tourists, polite and gentle, are planning to travel to Rabat and then Tangier, just like our narrator. This chance meeting sets the stage for an unforgettable journey filled with hope, uncertainty, and the kindness of strangers. As the narrator waits for the right moment to connect, he senses that this encounter could change the course of his travels. The anticipation builds as he prepares to join them on the road. After the tourists finish their coffee, they move away from the cafe and begin hitchhiking by the roadside. The narrator, eager to join, approaches them again and starts a conversation in French with one of the men. The other tourist doesn't speak French, but both are welcoming. They share their travel plans, discovering they're headed in the same direction. The narrator feels a sense of camaraderie and relief, knowing he's not alone on this journey. Together, they strategize on how to increase their chances of catching a ride, showing the importance of teamwork and quick thinking when traveling in unfamiliar places. One of the tourists suggests that the narrator stand a little apart from them, explaining that cars are more likely to stop for smaller groups. He promises that if a car stops, they'll call him over. This clever tactic pays off. Within minutes, a French gentleman pulls over and offers them a ride. The narrator rushes to join, feeling a surge of happiness and excitement. As they drive, conversation flows in French, though not everything is understood. The journey is filled with anticipation as the travelers wonder where the road will take them next. The kindness of strangers becomes a recurring theme. The French driver informs the group that he isn't going all the way to Rabat, but will drop them at a road leading there, as he's headed to Mohammadia. The travelers accept, grateful for the help. As the sun begins to set, they find themselves once again by the roadside, ready to continue hitchhiking. The narrator feels a mix of hope and anxiety, knowing that the journey is far from over. The changing light and unfamiliar surroundings add a sense of urgency, reminding them that travel is often unpredictable and requires flexibility. As darkness falls, another car stops for the tourists, but when the narrator tries to join, the Moroccan driver refuses to let him in. The tourist he'd spoken with in French tries to help, tossing him a 5 dirham note from the car window. The wind carries the note away, and the narrator scrambles to retrieve it. Alone and feeling vulnerable, he watches the car disappear into the night. The place is deserted and frightening, and the reality of being stranded sets in. Despite the setback, the narrator clings to hope, determined to continue his journey. With night approaching and fear settling in, the narrator stands alone by the roadside, desperately trying to hitchhike. The area is deserted, and every sound seems amplified in the darkness. Just as despair threatens to overwhelm him, a taxi finally stops. The driver offers to take him to Rabat for 4 dirhams, the exact amount given by the tourist. Grateful and relieved, the narrator climbs in, using the money that was tossed to him moments before. This small act of kindness becomes a lifeline, proving that even in the darkest moments, hope can be found. Arriving in the city centre of Rabat, the narrator searches everywhere for the tourists, hoping to reunite with his newfound friends. But the city is vast and crowded, and finding them is like searching for a needle in a haystack. Accepting the reality, he buys some bread and grapes for dinner, then begins looking for a safe place to sleep. The city's unfamiliarity is both exciting and intimidating, and the narrator's resourcefulness is put to the test as he navigates the challenges of solo travel in a foreign place. Unable to find a safe place, the narrator settles under the wall of a police station, using his bundle as a pillow. Not long after, a policeman wakes him and offers to show him a better place to sleep. He leads the narrator to an apartment stairwell, where he tries to rest. However, the policeman's repeated visits and inappropriate behavior leave the narrator feeling horrified and unsafe. Despite the ordeal, he endures the night, grateful that the situation didn't escalate further. The experience is a stark reminder of the risks faced by vulnerable travelers. Morning brings a sense of relief and a fresh start. The narrator eats a simple breakfast of bread and cheese, then sets out with renewed determination. He leaves Rabat behind, heading towards the city of Salih. The journey continues, and with each step, the narrator grows stronger and more resilient. The challenges of the previous night linger in his mind, but he remains focused on his goal, reaching Tangier and reuniting with family. The road ahead is uncertain, but hope propels him forward. As he hitchhikes towards Kenitra, a taxi stops. The driver asks for 2 dirhams, but the narrator can't afford it. Just then, a woman in the taxi offers to pay for him, inviting him to join. Overwhelmed with gratitude, he accepts, reminded once again of the generosity that can be found on the road. The kindness of strangers becomes a recurring theme in his journey, providing comfort and support in unexpected ways. Each act of goodwill brings him closer to his destination and restores his faith in humanity. From Kenitra, the narrator resumes hitchhiking, this time towards Tangier. The day is hot, and the road seems endless. After about an hour, a lorry stops, and the driver asks where he's headed. Upon hearing that the narrator is going to visit his aunt in Tangier, the driver invites him aboard. The narrator climbs into the lorry, feeling a renewed sense of hope and excitement. The road ahead is still long, but each ride brings him closer to his goal. The journey is a testament to perseverance and the power of human connection. As the journey unfolds, the narrator reflects on the challenges and kindnesses he's experienced. From the initial excitement of meeting the tourists, to the fear of being left alone at night, and the relief of finding help from strangers, each moment has shaped his adventure. The road to Tangier is more than just a physical journey, it's a path of growth, resilience, and discovery. The narrative story reminds us that even in the face of adversity, hope and kindness can light the way. The adventure continues, with new lessons waiting just around the bend.